Hustle, Pray, Repeat the podcast,
Lego.
episode number 3.
We 3. Yeah.
Let's talk about Kanye.
Let's go get it out the way.
Mr.
West. You gonna let me talk about it?
Yeah, because Kanye West died to me after 808s and Heartbreaks.
Man, that's a long time ago. It's been some decent ones since then.
I'm trying to figure out why ghosts are talking.
It's been some decent ones since then. I can't agree with that. You know, he had what was that after that? The My Bloody Dark Twisted Fantasy. I believe that was after that.
Yeah, I didn't even hear that album.
What?
The only thing I heard of Kanye after 808s and Heartbreaks were singles. Like, I haven't heard any of his full albums because that album to me was like the end. Like, oh, this is not the same person. So I just stopped listening to him.
So were you happy with 808s and Heartbreaks?
I didn't like 808s and Heartbreaks.
Oh, so that's what you just said. Scrap the whole Kanye?
Yeah, throw the whole Kanye away. Basically.
All right. Now, I would say My Dark Twisted Fantasy, that was dope. That had some bangers and some hits on there. That was one of his best bodies of work. I wasn't a huge 808 fan, but I didn't give up on him then. But what's got us talking about Kanye right now, if you've been under a rock and you're unaware...
You would have to be.
If you're unaware, Kanye went and visited the orange man in the office. He had on a MAGA hat. He been wearing his MAGA hat proudly lately. So he went up there with his MAGA hat.
There was something about when I put this hat on, it made me feel like Superman. You made a Superman. That's my favorite superhero. And you made a Superman cape for me also as a guy that looks up to you, looks up to Rap Lauren, looks up to American industry guys. Non-political, no bullshit, put the beep on it, however you want to do it, 5 seconds delay, and just goes in and gets it done. Right now, you gave me the heart.
And I'm seeing people defend it, which is... You know what I mean? It's kind of... He was up there talking about... His intentions were to talk about prison reform. It was prison reform. He was trying to get Larry Hoover out, which I'm sure all the gangsters in the streets are rejoicing at Larry Hoover being brought up, trying to get free. And what was his other intentions?
Honestly, I didn't see the whole thing. But I heard he mentioned something about the way we teach in schools, like education.
Jobs. It was also jobs. He was talking about getting better jobs and more American jobs. And, like, you know, the basis of the talk was admirable, just what it was supposed to be. Now, I did watch most of it, and it ended up being about him.
About Kanye or about
Trump? Kanye. Trump was this first time I've seen Trump really just shut the fuck up and
I mean, the clip that I saw, I feel like Trump was like,
this is a train wreck.
Yeah.
He was caught in the headlights.
That's pretty bad, like coming from him.
Obviously what's going on is Trump invited him there for the optics. It's always a photo op when Trump has a black person around. It's, you know, he want to get them votes. Midterms are coming.
Meanwhile, a whole city in our country got wiped off the map.
Man, it was like the same day.
Yeah.
It was like the day before. And instead of saying anything and easing minds about that, he got Kanye up there ranting and raving. Kanye done brought Jim Brown up there, who I expected better than, but Jim Brown he down that road as well.
Yeah.
He had Larry Hoover's lawyer next to him.
Isn't Jim Brown from Gary?
I believe he was in that.
He was in Original Gangsters, but I thought somebody said he was from Gary.
It's another dude from Gary.
Oh, okay.
I forget.
I could totally have that wrong. Yeah, that could totally be a thing.
My computer isn't being charged. It's not charged right now. I did some real amateur shit, so I don't have my computer. I can't really do my research like I need to.
I might try to get that. We're gonna wing it. We just gonna pretend we know what we know.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, always and forever. So if I don't know, I'm gonna refer to Mick. We're gonna try to get down to the facts for y'all. But
yeah,
I wasn't feeling what Kanye was doing, man.
The clip that I saw of him really disturbed me, and I think that's why I didn't go back and like watch the entire thing.
Right.
Because like the one clip that I saw was him like, you know, I heard Donald Trump was up there like, oh, well, you know, this is somebody who likes me and I like him back and blah, blah, blah. And then Kanye's like, what are you talking about? I love this guy.
You.
Blah,
Got
blah,
up,
blah. And I was
shook
just
his
like,
hand, hugged him.
From our standpoint, this was just set up to be a lunch of two people that I like, and I guess they like me. And we're gonna have lunch, we're gonna talk.
You said, Jess, you know I love you.
I know.
But
I don't want to put you in that spot. But
No, I'm standing in that spot. I love this guy right here. Let me give this guy a hug right here. I love this guy right here.
that's really nice.
Yeah.
Come here. That's really nice. And that's from the heart. I didn't want to put you in that position, you know, but that's from the heart. Special guy.
I was so disgusted and just repulsed. I mean, like, not even talking as a figure of speech. I was like completely disgusted by that.
T.I. hit it on the head. T.I. said that was bootlicking. It was definitely some no sir, yes sir, bootlicking.
It was that. That's exactly
Completely
what it
that.
looked like. Somebody posted a side by side of him hugging Trump, which was the most awkward hug ever. Like,
Trump didn't want no parts of that.
he gave Trump a neck hug.
Trump didn't want no
What?
parts of that, bruh.
None.
But-
and so they had that side by side with what's that movie Jamie Foxx was in?
Oh yeah, Django. Yeah.
Yeah, with
Samuel and
hugging the white guy. So it was just like, it was hard to watch.
It
for
is.
me.
We got to acknowledge that he's not mentally there.
No.
Somebody needs to pull him to the side, get him from in front of cameras, get him off the internet. He not mentally there no more. Like, something
that's
wrong.
true. But, you know, one of the things that I think we got to stop doing is using mental health as an excuse for poor behavior or, you know, nonsensical behavior. Like, mental health can explain it.
Yeah, reason. I'm a firm believer that it's a difference between reasons and excuses.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But, you know, I feel like we just let stuff go. Like,
Oh, I'm not letting it go.
You know what I mean? But yeah,
I'm not letting it go.
He needs to
I'm
see
cool on that
somebody.
nigga, bro. Cause people defending and people saying he up there talking about this and that. Y'all tripping. Y'all not listening. Nah, bro. He up there with that MAGA hat. We know what that MAGA hat represent. Let's take that MAGA hat off. Let's put a Ku Klux Klan hood on there. Y'all still supporting that shit? You gotta
But
shut up talking to me
It's
about
like
that.
somebody trying to tell you, like, oh, I'm trying to help you. And you telling them that what they doing is not helping you. It's like, you may be trying to help me, but you're trying to help me for your own reasons.
Yeah, bro.
Because I'm telling you that this is not working.
This is offensive to all of us.
Yes,
we're telling you.
that this does not help us. And yet you still up here like, no, I'm helping. That's not how that works.
No, bro. So we don't got to go too long on that, man. We not approving. I'm not
Is
interested
he canceled, though?
Are you asking, am I canceling him or will he be canceled by us?
Well, I'm just thinking about, like, cancel culture in general. Like,
I think for the most part, people, I don't know, man, because I done seen people come back from some heavy stuff, and if they put out a decent project, I done seen shit switch up. Like, I know for sure, let me just be honest, I'm not canceling his catalog. Now, whatever that makes me, I know I'm still going to listen to College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, pretty much up until, you know, the current stuff. Like, the songs I liked in the past, I'm not going to cancel them. He got classic music. I only got so much time on this earth. I'm going to enjoy the music I like.
I hear you.
But as far as moving forward, I'm not really interested in nothing he got to say. I don't want to hear no more of his projects. Like, he a disappointment, bruh. He started off so positive and, like, he came a long way. Like, that fame a hell of a drug.
It's stronger than heroin, where you can look in the mirror like,
There I am,
and
still not see what you become. I know I'm guilty of it too, but not like them. Jay-Z tried to tell him. That was your partner.
He tried to tell him. He did. I don't know. Kanye, to me, I can't cancel him because he was already dead before any of this happened. Like, I just kind of don't pay him any attention. But this is definitely disappointing. I see why some of his fans are canceling him.
Yeah.
I canceled Chrisette Michele after that Trump
Man,
inauguration.
I
used to love me some Chrisette.
I was watching videos with my son the other day, and Aston Martin music came on with Chrisette Michele, and I really was thinking like, damn,
She
I
used to
haven't
be
seen
my
nothing
fave.
new from her since that shit.
She has an album.
She had an album since then.
Yeah, it just came out maybe sooner, maybe before that. I can't remember, or maybe a little after.
Homie.
But she has an album. I can't
high
even tell
school,
you.
you
I
was
actually
the
tried to
man,
listen to
homie.
it because she used to be my fave.
She was musically strong. Like she had a.
Yeah, I had to cancel her after that. Like, if it was about the money, just say it's about the money. We can all
Clearly,
get
it was
with
about
that.
the money.
But just say that. Like,
Yeah.
say, yo, I'm with y'all, but I'm going to get this bag because I need it. You know what I mean? Like, some
Yeah.
people can turn down certain things. You could turn, depending on where you are financially, you could turn down some work.
And it really ain't no
But
telling
she
where
ain't
she
that.
was financially.
Yeah,
She should have.
She probably needed it.
Honesty is the best policy, bruh.
Just say it.
On my life, you probably still have some people that would have canceled her, but it's some people who would have.
I would have rolled with her
See?
like, ugh, I don't like it.
I don't
but
like
I'm
it at
also
all.
not in the business of telling people not to get their legal money. Tax-free money.
I'm not mad when niggas get illegal money, so I'm not finna judge nobody for getting no. For real though, I'm not finna judge nobody for getting no money. Now, like you said, I wouldn't have been. I'd have been like,
I
But
wouldn't have liked it, but
I probably would have heard some of her music by now since then. So yeah, decisions. We live with them.
Just a little while, just a little while, just a little while. Well, you
let's go on and talk about Bill Cosby. Speaking of cancellations.
It's rough.
Yeah, so again, unless you've been under a rock, Bill Cosby was convicted of I forget how many counts of sexual
Man.
assault.
Multiple.
Multiple
Is it more than
counts.
50?
I think it's right around 50.
Give or take. Once
Give
again,
or
I don't
take.
got my research, but let's just say a lot.
Yeah, so and they actually sentenced him to some jail time, which I was
It's
surprised.
kind of surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. I thought they would let him do his time at home.
Have you heard any of them stories since he been in there? Like I thought
It's
they
been
were
a few.
satire.
I heard the one about him supposedly having like eating pudding as his first meal.
Now I didn't even want to laugh at these stories I heard, but I heard something about some pudding. I heard somebody hit him in the face with like
with a patty.
a chicken patty.
Something actually just came out that said that wasn't true.
But it was like BET or so. It was like it wasn't like no satire website because I checked my sources. Little lesson to give y'all while I'm just talking. Please check the sources of stuff you reposting and believing and spreading information
Yeah.
on.
Just do your Google.
Just go to the website and just read the article. Check
Don't read the
messages.
headline because
Yeah.
sometimes the headlines just be clickbait.
Man, please get to the bottom of whether you should be supporting whatever you putting out there. But yeah, it was a couple of semi-credible sources saying he got hit in the face with a chicken patty, which I felt was outrageous.
I mean, I think they had him. I'm not even sure if he was in general pop because I read something that said he was going to maximum security, and then that the plan was to eventually put him in general pop.
Why would that?
I just don't believe they put that man right in general pop.
Why would you put him in general? I mean, like, I'm not trying to defend nobody. Like, let me put this out there first. If you out here raping females, you deserve to go to jail. Like, flat out.
You do.
Me personally, I don't even understand that act. I don't get any joy unless the other person is also getting joy. Without that, the whole act is a waste to
For
me.
not.
But that's either here nor there. This man, rich as hell, you know what I mean? Whether you like him or not, why would you he's blind and like 80 years old.
He's gonna cause problems just for like the prison in general, like where he is. Who wants to take on the responsibility of keeping him safe in prison?
Put that man in a cell by himself, man, and let him
Right, let
get
him
some
do his
Braille
time.
books or
Yeah.
whatever. For real, bro. Like, putting him in general pop at like 80 years old and legally blind
Yeah,
is
that's
ridiculous.
It is.
And that's not me trying to defend or say he shouldn't be there or shouldn't be there. Let's just use our brains.
Yeah.
But yeah, the father of comedy is in jail for slipping Mickeys and stuffing girls' drinks. And I seen something about one of the girls. She played, like on the show, he used to have the office, like the little scene where he be in the office and like pregnant women to come in. He had the office inside the house. One of them girls who was pregnant, she ended up coming out and saying like to get that role, he ran her through the ring.
Oh.
Like she was looking up to him like a father figure, and then he ended up slipping one on her. I forget what show I was watching, but it was one where they was talking to a few of the, quote unquote victims. Like my theory on that, like I feel like it was so many allegations, some of them were true. That's what I think.
It had to be like, even if one of them was true.
I'm thinking some of them were fake though. I'm thinking some people hopped on that. Hey,
I mean, you'll have that.
yeah, but it was so many. Like I'm certain. Also, if you've been under a rock, Brett Kavanaugh is Trump's suggestion. Well, he's in there now, but that was who Trump wanted to take the open Supreme Court seat. For the people who don't know what that means, Supreme Court is the law of the land. So when stuff gets elevated up that flagpole, they make the final decision. Kavanaugh is a Republican to the heart. He's right. So
Also on the Supreme Court, once you there for life.
yeah, that's my main issue. So he got allegations of sexual assault, and what was pretty much a job interview.
Yeah,
that's what this whole process
essentially
is.
Yeah.
So let me break this down from a person who's had 1 million job interviews, and I've interviewed for temp jobs. Contract jobs, 90-day jobs. I've seen people be more thorough in an interview for a temp 90-day job than they are for him in a lifetime appointment to the highest court of the land.
Yeah.
Now, with that on the table, they had the FBI investigate into it for like 3 days. They didn't call all the witnesses. It was a list of witnesses that they didn't contact. They didn't follow any threads. You know what I'm saying? They were pretty much on record saying, we finna jam him through. Like,
basically.
The older I get, though, the more data there's collected on how Republicans, probably and Democrats, act in the same situations, but from different sides.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying. Because back in the day, Miss Anita Hill was accusing, was it Clarence Thomas?
Yeah,
who was
that didn't happen with Clarence Thomas.
A Democratic Supreme Court nominee. She accused them of some sexual assault. So, back in the, of course, the people on the other side is going to, want to seek that out and find out the truth. But the people who, it's just a lot of politics is ridiculous.
That's at the end of the day, politics is who you know. Like, it don't matter what you do. It's all about who you know.
It don't matter nothing about what you do.
Unqualified people in the White House right now. Like, because it's about who you know.
It'll have people defending something today and not and up in arms about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
The same people.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, and so...
Old girl was very credible.
She was credible.
She went up there. It sounded very thorough to me, and even the people on the other side had to admit, like, well, I think something happened, but maybe she just don't know who it was. Man, shut the fuck up forever.
Yeah. Because she don't know
who it was.
She don't know who held her down and
but she don't know
ran
who
a
raped
train
her.
on her. Like,
all right.
Because that's essentially what happened.
It was an attempted.
Yeah, attempted train.
Train. Yeah. Which is crazy.
He in there though.
He in there. They went ahead and approved it. Now I did see a video on Twitter of him standing there, like I guess after it was him, his wife, and Trump and his daughter. She looked scared for her life. The wife looked like he beat her.
I haven't even really looked at her, but because I'm tired of this whole I don't want to see another wife stand by a fucked up dude.
She
Like,
looked
I'm not saying, like, that's your husband. You gonna rock with him regardless. I just don't want to look at that shit.
Hey.
I'm not about to look at you defend this dude.
She didn't really. I didn't see no. I mean, she if not speaking out, I guess is going with the flow.
Yeah.
She going with the flow. She definitely didn't look like she gonna defend him. She looked scared. It looked to me like he
Yeah.
probably gave her a talk before they left the house. Like, hey,
We gonna do this,
hey, and you gonna act right.
and you gonna act right.
Cause he was like, he had his hand on her back, and it looked like she don't want him to touch her. He was like, damn, they're patting her on her back. It didn't look like no love.
Yeah.
It looked like scared.
None of that looked like love.
The daughter was looking up at him like, looking up at her mom like, are you okay? Like the daughter looked like she knew. Like,
Yeah.
And that's the same shit Trump going through real quick. Trump, his wife is going to leave him as soon as
You think so?
As soon as she can. I think as soon as he get out of the office, she going to leave. Like,
Yeah, she definitely don't look like
she's
she wanna
mentally
be with
gone.
him. Yeah, she don't look like she want to be with him for sure, but she been doing some interviews more lately, just kind of being like, oh, the media. She been starting to do that media thing, I think, as he prepares to run for re-election, which is some bullshit.
That's her. That's him putting her out there. Like, she's mentally elsewhere. She probably got some young dude on the side that she be fucking with. Like, they probably don't even talk to each other off of camera.
I could see that. I could see that.
As soon as it's over, as soon as he's officially out of the White House, they'll be divorced. And she'll probably get somebody to write a book, or we'll see.
Speaking of divorce, there was a headline that came out recently that said millennials are causing the divorce rate to decrease drastically in the U.S. Yeah. So, according to a new analysis from the U.S. Census, the divorce rate has dropped to 18% from 2008 to 2016. And it seems to be because people are waiting longer to get married. And since they are waiting longer, marriages are lasting longer. Reports are suggesting other contributing factors for Gen X, blah, 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 blah.
Are we millennials?
We are the early millennials. We at the top of the millennial thing.
So we was like the beginning? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, because I think before us it was Generation X, right?
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think we are like right on the cusp, if that's the thing. But yeah, so
that's interesting.
Another thing that they were saying was that people are seeing marriage as more of like an achievement as opposed to something that like you gotta do. So it's a lot of people that are starting to be more comfortable just being like, I'm just not gonna get married.
The funny thing I started to see as we got older was it started to seem like people would marry anybody. It seemed to me like
so?
certain people who were so just thirsty for a wedding, it felt like to me. Not even to be married.
Yeah.
But just so thirsty for that, like, it got to a point where it was just like, man, the next person that treat me good for 6 months.
I'm married now.
I'm trying to get married. Because you could tell, you could listen to people and what they talk about and see is their priorities, right? Like, if they just talking about that wedding, if it's just the wedding, I just want a wedding. Like, that's cool to want one, but that should not be your main priority.
I mean, I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we, like, just women, we are, from the time we are little kids, we start thinking about a wedding. And
yeah,
we're grown to think that way. I think all of us, from the time we are girls, kind of assume that at some point we're going to get married. You know? And that's something I wouldn't know anything about. Yeah, like
I didn't have any little sisters.
And I think that's why we start in relationships. I feel like it's normally us that, start being like, hey, what are we doing? Because we the ones that got to go home with our family on Thanksgiving and Christmas and hear them like, so when you gonna get married?
See, it be a lot of that family pressure stuff be like, y'all don't got to live in the house. So your opinion don't really, the two people who's going into this lifelong thing, that's really the opinions that matters.
Yeah. I mean,
Just because the people on the sideline think it's time. Like, so when stuff getting rough, y'all gonna be at home dealing with y'all own problems. So,
trying to say don't leave your marriage,
yeah.
pretty much. But that's the unfortunate part. Like, men are not groomed that same way. So a lot of times there's that kind of inequality and not really being on the same page in a relationship because we like, this is the logical next step. When really, like, there are no steps except the ones you create in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But we start to see that as our badge of honor. Like, somebody saw us as good enough to marry. And then a lot of us end up getting manipulated because of that. Because it's like, people start hanging that over your head like a carrot. You know what I mean? And so you start adjusting your behavior. I'm just speak from my own experience,
Speak on.
Like,
Speak
you
on.
start adjusting your behavior to get that carrot. When it's like, hold on. Are you worthy of marriage? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I should be looking at you like, are you a husband or a partner? I'm going to say partner, because no disrespect to nobody. Like, are you husband? Are you wife material? Are you ready? But for us, that's our badge of honor. And we spend so much time just trying to get that.
I can see how a young, like some fresh 20s getting married, I can see how that wouldn't work most times.
I mean, you so young. Like, looking back, I can't imagine marrying in my 20s now.
Early 20s, me?
And I wanted to be married in my 20s.
I couldn't even, like, the same way I couldn't imagine having no kid, like, super young. It's the same with marriage. Like, people just change. Things change. Like, and I've seen it firsthand. Like, I haven't seen many happily married people.
Yeah. I mean, I was just, like, having this conversation with my mom. Like, recently, my mom and I had a talk just about partnership and how, I've been in a relationship for a while. And I'm learning still how to be a partner, like what that means and how to adjust my life to do life with a whole nother person.
Yeah.
And so, I was talking to my mom about that. And in that conversation, it kind of came out like I didn't have very many examples.
Right.
You know what I mean? I had examples of marriages, but none that looked like what I wanted. So it was like, I can think of, a couple of marriages that I saw, and not regularly, but that I saw sporadically that were like, oh, those two people look like they have a good time. Like, they like each other. They enjoy each other's company.
Now, that's when it get rare, because the older couples, like, I got some older couples I'm thinking, I ain't going to say nobody in particular, but I got some older couples that are together, and, like, when I get around them, it's some joking and playing, like, but it ain't just full of love, I wouldn't say.
Like a friendship. Like, this is my homie.
It's with the older couples, definitely these days, we've been in this so long, we not going nowhere.
Ain't nobody going nowhere.
And that's more so what it is.
And I guess I just never really wanted that. But I think because of that, I also don't have a great gauge on what's normal. Like, because you're going to put up with something in a relationship. Nobody's perfect.
Right.
So you're going to deal with something from somebody. Like, anybody you get with, it's going to be something about them.
Always.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you don't know. I just felt like I didn't have a great gauge on what's normal, what's not normal.
I'm honestly surprised that you said that the divorce went down.
Yeah.
Just because people give up so easy nowadays, that's kind of surprising to me. But maybe they just giving up on the relationships.
Yeah, I do think that people, give up pretty quickly. And I think as a result, people are waiting longer to get married, and then that's what's causing it to,
Okay.
you know, kind of decrease.
Because
would be
people
my
not
guess.
even being realistic. Like, the way they give up now, like, they really is trying to find that perfect person that doesn't exist. Like, you get rid of person A because they do whatever, and then person B might not do that, but they got a whole different problem. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's like I think a lot of people try to look for somebody or try to find somebody that make them not want to look at nobody else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which I think is reasonable. But I feel like what I'm coming to learn is it's not really about that. It's about whether or not you respect the person enough to look but not touch.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Both people are always going to have, you know, it's other attractive people on the planet
yeah,
that they're going to see.
Macy Gray has a new album out called Ruby. And on that album, she got a song that's like, I think the name of it is Jealousy. But it's this song where it's like, yo, he look good, I look good. So people be trying to holler at both of us, and that be causing all the problems in the world. Like,
Now, is Macy Gray super confident? Like, is she?
I don't know. I don't know a lot about her as a person.
That's kind of funny for her to have that kind of song.
It's a
To
pretty
not be
dope
disrespectful, but I don't think Macy Gray's that attractive. So that's just funny to me.
That's
Like,
terrible.
do you look good, Macy?
Do you?
Do you really?
Yeah. But, you know, so I think
Shout out Macy Gray. I don't mean to disrespect you.
the new album is dope, Macy.
I haven't
with it.
heard any. Was that her? I try to say goodbye
That's her.
and I talk.
But she got a lot of songs that's not that.
I've
Don't
been
get me
asleep
wrong,
since then.
I'm not a Macy Gray stan.
I've
I
been
don't-
asleep since then.
You know what I mean? But she's got a lot of good things in her catalog, and this album is pretty good. She's got some real talk on there.
Crazy girl, you say me, meditate me, give me peace of mind. It's only she and I. Ocean floor, how deep we dive.
Speaking about some music, did you see the Bobby Brown movie?
I did not see it.
Good lordy. Good
I
googly
heard about
moogly.
it. Did you say googly
Good
moogly?
googly moogly. You ain't seen the Bobby Brown movie?
I haven't
Oh
seen it.
man,
I
we
heard
should
a
have
lot
discussed
about
that.
it.
I should have had you seen that.
Yeah, I heard a lot about it, but I gotta be real. I didn't watch it. I wasn't about to look at that shit.
I enjoyed it
I heard it was good
thoroughly.
trash.
It was a good time. Now I will say, I don't know how honest Robert Brown was in his takes, because I saw after that Ricky Bell he was doing interviews with DJ Vlad. I be watching DJ Vlad do interviews at work, and Ricky Bell one of the things that stood out to me. He said Bobby is a great liar. He just kind of threw that out in passing.
Just in general?
Yeah, he wasn't even talking
Like
about.
threw it out and kept going?
He was talking about something totally different, but you know that's somebody who known him since a fucking 5,
Before
6
the
years
cocaine.
old. Yeah. So for him to just throw that out there,
Before the foaming at the mouth.
that leads me to believe that I wouldn't put it past Bobby to have some fibs in the movie.
I could see it. I heard that we found out he slept with Janet Jackson in this movie.
Yes, which is what I actually wrote down in my notes.
And kicked her out of the hotel,
Joe Jackson
which I just don't believe that. I just refuse to believe that.
That's one of the things
Robert-
up in the air. Now I do believe that Rob.
Leon Brown.
I do believe Rob was probably in Miss Jackson guts, because Miss Jackson is nasty.
I could believe that.
She's certified nasty.
Yo, she probably was getting her life. I mean, I could believe
They was
that.
young.
Yeah.
And, you know, Bobby was the man.
But I
Bobby
don't believe
dropped-
he kicked her out of the hotel room. I don't see it for that.
He wanted to be with her, but the story is Joe Jackson wasn't for none of it. And Joe Jackson is a nigga from Gary at the end of the day. So Joe Jackson saw Bobby Brown probably wasn't on nothing but trying to smash up his daughter and tarnish. She had a good name probably at that point. So he wasn't going for it.
Yeah.
So they was really saying that he didn't want her to be with nobody black, which is,
Janet.
yeah, which
I
is
could
odd.
believe that too.
That's feel odd
Yeah,
for
I
me.
could believe that too. Listen, old people be so black people be racist as hell sometimes.
Against black people?
Against anybody. Like
But it seems crazy for an
Legit.
old black person to want their daughter to be with a white man.
well, you know, back then, I guess what I'm saying is not everybody would be like that, but I've definitely met my share of, you know, people who be like, go get you a white man, or you know what I mean?
People told you that?
No, not me, but I've seen it happen.
That's man.
Like nobody,
but older
ain't
black
nobody
people?
in my family that feel like that. I mean, we got everything.
Maybe
in
that's
our
why I
family.
can't see it.
Yeah, we
I
got
haven't seen it.
everything. Nobody cares either way. But I've seen. I'll say it like this: I have friends who have been told, like, you need to be down with the swirl because that's where the money is.
Man. My mama saw me, man. My mama listened to the podcast, so she go, this gonna be funny. But one of them days,
I miss Jason, mama.
one of them days, I was standing out on the block on her street, and there was this white girl who stayed cattle corner from my house. I don't even remember her name, but me and her were just standing out there talking. And my mama just happened to be pulling up as I was standing out there talking. And I could see her breaking her neck, like as the car passed us. I seen her looking at the whole time. So it wasn't even no real conversation. It was blah, blah, blah. She went her way. She stayed right down the street. As I walked back up to the house, my mama was so concerned and just like, who is that? Who is that? What's going on? I said, it's the girl up the street. Like, we were just talking. And at that point, she let me know that she wasn't for it.
Mm.
And that was about 16, give or take.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how old, but yeah, it just had never crossed the table because I was in an all-black school, so any other girl I had a crush on or anything like that was always black girl, so I guess I hadn't even crossed her mind
Yeah.
that was a possibility.
Right.
So when she saw that, I wish I could have took a picture of her face, like, in the car as she passed me, like, it was so...
What is going on? What are you doing?
Concerned is the word. So full of concern.
Yeah, nah, I don't think my mother messaged that to my brother. She definitely did message it to me. I've dated outside my race a few times. But
Did she know about it?
I mean, there was never nobody to bring home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I tend to not I don't cross that bridge unless I feel really strong about the person that I'm seeing. Like, few are the people that have met my mother.
Yeah, I haven't done that.
Yeah,
often.
like, you don't need to be able to identify her in public. But speaking of dating outside your race, my bad, we was talking about Bobby Brown. I forgot we was talking about him.
Oh, yeah, we was just, I got down that road to Joe Jackson shutting that down. I mean, as far as Bobby Brown, it was a very, like, I really liked the New Edition movie, too. So it was still in that kind of vein. I think BET was doing a great job with them two, making, like, biopics. So I feel like, I just like when BET gets something right.
Did we need a Bobby Brown movie? Like, did we need that?
I don't think we needed it, but
Did we ask for it?
I was happy with it.
Okay.
I wasn't mad at it at all.
Fair enough.
I think I might have watched it the day it came on. I was on time. Like, nobody really probably needed it or asked for it, but after the New Edition movie,
We wanted to know about Bobby.
For it.
Yeah.
I was ready for it.
I'm here for it. I mean, I think that, like, there are plenty of things that get created that it's like, did we need that? But, I don't mind it being here. But
I think the dude who acted did a pretty good job. I think they did Whitney. I'm hoping that they did Whitney dirty. I'm hoping that they did because they had her in there looking very cracked out.
Really?
Yeah, like for a good portion of it. And the way he kind of did it made him look a little innocent.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like he
had one of them times he went to jail. He's supposed to, like, the movie, it made it seem like he came back off the drugs. Like,
yeah.
I ain't with that no more. And that she still, like, she was trying to give him drugs fresh out. Like, in the limo ride from jail, she had some drugs. So just his depiction of it was that she got him going harder, which I don't. I think they both were equally going hard on the drugs.
I mean, that is one of the narratives that surrounds their story. Like, there is a group that believes that Whitney actually turned him out.
The movie, man, like I don't know. Like I'm hoping that Whitney wasn't that bad, cause she was looking like, I ain't gonna say strong. She was looking very coked up, cracked out type shit.
Yeah. I mean, we saw some things.
We saw it.
We saw, I can think of like 3 images in my head right now where I was like, oh, Whitney. But there's still never going to be a better voice. Yeah.
Jamie Foxx said ribs and barbecue.
It was the one time she had that white outfit and her hair was just like all over the place.
Yeah. I remember all these.
Did you ever watch Being Bobby Brown, the show?
Yep.
Good. That was a good show.
They took a scene from that when they both was looking real strung out. They was in the store just dancing.
Like straight
they remade that scene in the movie.
Did they?
They did
so
it
they
to
was
a
both
T.
coked out.
They did it
I
to
just
a
don't
T.
believe that. Like, I felt like they looked like they was just having a good time.
And you know how we do. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
I need to go back.
I need to, huh?
Go to get my glasses.
Before you go, do you like these on me? I think these are tight, but they get down.
They work for me. They work for me. They work.
Because I'm hungry.
I think they was both, at that point, they both was coked out. Because Bobby had been through so much shit at that point. They did that show to try to rebuild their image.
Yeah. I actually enjoyed the show quite a bit. It was quite entertaining.
I tried to find it on the internet since I watched the Bobby
You haven't
Brown.
been able to find it?
Dang. I definitely got a little binge on that. That's only one season. I got a day to dedicate to that.
I'm like, I might have to binge that soon.
That's some good shit.
That was some good reality TV. Like, if you gonna put a couple on TV, that's who I want to see.
R.I.P. Whitney. Whitney did have a fantastic voice.
Oh my God, Whitney is like
Her voice
everything.
was off the
So Whitney was like everything. So
Yeah. R.I.P. Whitney.
R.I.P. for sure.
R.I.P. Mac Miller again. I got a song I'm gonna play for y'all from Mac Miller just because I've been listening to Mac Miller more since he passed.
There's a song he got with Anderson .Paak that I enjoy quite a bit.
He got a nice video for that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dope video. But yeah.
You about to play it right now?
Nah.
Oh,
We'll add
okay.
it in later.
By the way, Anderson .Paak is putting out an album November 16th.
Huge Anderson .Paak fan.
Mark your calendars. And I'm hoping that this is going to be followed by a tour with him headlining. Because I'm tired of seeing
Snippets
Anderson
of his
.Paak.
performance.
Yeah, and I got to see him with somebody else. The last time he came to Chicago, he was with J. Cole. And I don't like J. Cole. So I couldn't go see Anderson .Paak because he was with J. Cole.
A lot of people
I
don't
can
like
do
J.
it.
Cole, man. J.
I
Cole's
don't like
last
J.
album
Cole.
was dope.
Maybe.
It was dope.
Perhaps.
A lot of people say he boring. That's usually the take on. Is that your take on him?
I just don't like him.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't liked his first album. He offended me within like the first, the first 2 minutes of the song, not even. Like,
Do
I
you
was
remember
highly
what
offended.
offended you?
Yeah.
What?
He used the F word a bunch of times. I'm not with that.
You not with the F word?
No, not fuck.
Oh, okay.
He used the other F
All right.
word that I don't want to say because it's offensive.
All right.
But you know what I mean? Like, I don't fuck with that. And then he tried to explain why he used it so many times and what he was trying to do. But I just feel like I just didn't want to hear that from him. And that was my first time checking him out.
Damn. I don't
However,
even remember that, though.
However, he does have a song on this album that is on one of my workout playlists that I really like. This Is What You Call a Flip. That's a good song.
This is what you... Okay, yeah. That's...
Yeah, KOD. Yeah, I do like that song. So I can imagine the album is
It's a fantastic album.
is good. I just haven't gotten to a place where I want to listen to a whole J. Cole album. The fact that I let that be on the playlist that I listen to is like,
That's a step.
cool. You know what I mean? We moving in the right direction. Yeah.
How did we get to J. Cole? What did we say before him?
I was talking about Anderson .Paak.
Yeah,
the last
Anderson
time he was
.Paak.
in. Yeah.
Did you see, who is it? NPR be having the little Tiny Desk concerts? You ever seen that?
Yes. I only saw it because of him.
You saw his?
Yeah.
Very dope. I seen a few dope. Mac Miller's was very dope. His was dope.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I didn't even know Mac Miller had one.
Yeah, Mac Miller had some people come with some strings. His was super dope.
So you've been listening to his album more?
I be on YouTube a lot, just letting videos play, because my son will chill sometimes if I let videos play.
Why are kids that way?
I don't know.
Like, all it takes is a good YouTube. I saw a
Yeah.
tweet one time that's like, nothing reject a call faster than a toddler watching YouTube on your phone.
You get lost down the rabbit hole. You go down the rabbit hole, and then you got the suggested videos underneath, and then, like the other day, I probably saw about 8 Miguel videos just going down the rabbit hole.
So you've been checking Mac Miller out on
Yeah,
YouTube then?
I fuck with Mac Miller heavy. He was more musical than I knew. Like,
Yeah.
he had like instrumentation in his songs and singing, and
I mean, he's a loss by all accounts. I just started getting into him like literally a couple days before he passed away. It was the first time I listened to any of his for real music, and I had played that album.
I just hadn't been checking for him. Like, I hear stuff and like it, but it's a different level for me to be checking for you.
Yeah, I don't check for very many people. Like, few Anderson .Paak, Jeezy, like that song Jeezy got on T.I.'s new album, which I heard is pretty decent.
Dope.
That's what I heard.
It's pretty damn
I got a
good.
couple songs from that on my workout playlist too.
Lil Wayne, my dog just dropped. Let me go ahead and get my dog his flowers while he's still living.
while he yet lives.
I came up on Wayne, man. Like,
Yeah.
I remember being in middle school when the Block is Hot video came out.
Yeah, I remember that too.
And that was a dope video. I said, oh my
The
God.
block is hot. The block is hot.
I said, he killing it. That CD was decent. Like, and I remember, I forget how old we was when the Carter and stuff came out, but that's when we was smoking in cars. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of hot boxing.
That was some good smoking in the car days.
I got to college and
If I don't do nothing, I'm a ball.
Man.
That used to be my song.
We used to be in the car, hot boxing, smoking and drinking cheap liquor. Plenty of it.
We used to find y'all to sit in one car
Yeah.
and smoke.
Y'all would come across town to the car we in, to hop in the car and smoke. I'm pretty sure it was Reggie.
Yeah, that's all we could afford. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's all it was.
We was living within our means.
It was
We
some
did
dro,
have some
but it
dro, but
wasn't-
back then everything was dro. Anything that wasn't regular was dro. We ain't know nothing about no strains and nothing like that. Like,
I was fine with four blunts for $20. Like, we scrape our money together, we get us a $20 bag and smoke the night away.
and smoke the night
That was
away.
cool.
Yeah.
Some cheap E&J, some crap, some bullshit.
That
cheap
Jeezy
liquor.
album was out. I forget which one it is now.
Which one? Not the first Jeezy.
No, not the first one.
First Jeezy set the world on fire. By the way,
Damn it, I'm gonna find it. Where's my cell phone?
that Carter 1, Carter 2, that was car music. I went to college, mixtape Wayne. I be in somebody's dorm smoking, listening to the
Using
100
a
mix.
big ass vaporizer.
That's when I got to college, when I started seeing shit besides blunts.
Yeah, like that there were actually other ways to do it.
I hit
And
the
now you
bong.
can get a vaporizer that fit in the palm of your hand.
Crazy.
Technology.
I never liked the first bong hit I took, whooped my ass. Like, that shit was heavy. I know a dude, we called him Chi-Town. That nigga had a clear, it was pretty much crack pipe. It was a crack pipe that he was smoking weed
That
out
you
of.
was smoking weed out of?
Yeah, it wasn't smoking
Have
crack.
you seen those blunts, the clear blunts, the glass blunts?
Glass?
Glass blunts?
No.
Yeah. I don't know where you
What?
get them from, but I saw one on Twitter.
Are they crack pipes?
Nah, they glass blunts.
I mean, you don't smoke the glass, do you?
Nah, I mean, essentially they a pipe.
Okay, it's crack
You know
pipes.
what I mean? It's a P-pipe crack pipe.
They
It's the same
repurposed
thing.
crack pipes. They called them blunts.
Dang, I must have left my phone in the car either way. It was a Jeezy album that was dope.
Oh, if you know the name, will you know it? If you hear the name?
I forgot the name of it. But it was a lot of stuff. I think Put On was on that album.
Oh, that's
No. That was the Recession. Put On was on a Recession. It was the album before the Recession.
Let me just get to discography. I put on. Thug Motivation 101, 102, The Inspiration.
The Inspiration.
That's the one you talking
Wait, was it The Inspiration?
Or Hustler. 103 is Hustler's Ambition. I think that was before.
Let me see. I need to see the pictures.
They got it in a dumbass order.
Yeah, they don't be putting stuff where they need to go. It was The Inspiration.
I only remember his first one in the Recession. The other just blended.
Yeah, it was The Inspiration with Hypnotize on it. You know what it is. I can't even lie. A day like this, it's gonna be a hell of a night, homie. You know what it is.
That take you back to Hotboxing? That's 2006.
Yeah, that's some good hotboxing days.
But Wayne just dropped the Carter 5 finally.
Are you? Do you like it? Do you feel like it was worth the wait?
I mean, nothing can be worth that long of a wait. But I think I like it just because my expectations aren't unrealistic like some people. Some people still expecting Carter 1, Carter 2 Wayne to walk through that door when I know
Which
better.
ain't gonna happen.
I've known he lost a step for about 2 years now. 2-3
Really?
years. Yeah.
How did you know? Has he been doing music? I haven't heard nothing Lil Wayne did in quite a while.
I didn't like Carter 4. I didn't like he done had some random stuff leak, and it'll be like 10, 12 songs leak. Maybe I like 3 type shit. So just the stuff I get from him, I realize this ain't.
That ain't it no more?
Nah, this ain't the hungry Lil Wayne no more. So just going in, knowing that the Carter 5 is not bad. It's not bad at all.
I haven't listened to it top to bottom.
Yeah, I listened to it at work a couple times, and I still do that like I do most CDs and take away the 5-6 songs I like and put it on another playlist, a major playlist.
Yeah.
So I still did it like that, but I give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Out of 5? That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Have you heard that Quavo album?
No.
I've not heard it either.
I've heard he had a song like Nicki. You heard about that? He had a song. Well, Nicki had that song where she was pretty much imaginary, talking about if she was fucking everybody.
Yeah.
I heard he had one like that, and the only part I heard about it was him talking about fucking on Nicki.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it yet. Normally what I do with hip-hop albums is I'll take a few songs from the album and throw it on my workout playlist. And it's like, if I enjoy them 3 songs, over time I'll go listen to the album. If I don't, then I never will. I just take them off and keep it moving.
I don't really expect to like a Quavo album, kind of.
I'm not sure I need another Migos-ish album at this point.
I think I'd rather hear the other. I think the other one raps better.
Offset? Takeoff.
Takeoff, I believe, is the best rapper
Yeah.
in the Migos. And I think he's working on a solo album. He can actually rap like Quavo's like the vocalist.
Yeah.
He's gonna have the harmonies and the humming and the what's the thing called, auto tune.
And then Offset got the ad libs.
Offset is like in the middle. Like
okay.
I think he's a better rapper than Quavo too. I just think Quavo got the star power. Quavo got the name. You know, everybody know his name up for being front and center. He the one doing all the hooks. He the one be doing the features and shit for the most part. Like,
yeah,
he the biggest name, but I think the other two actually rapping. Me being a nigga that rap and can recognize niggas that can rap, I think they both can rap a little better. Well, Takeoff can rap.
Yeah,
better than all of them.
Takeoff don't get enough credit.
He don't, because he can rap.
I give you that.
He just ain't got the star power.
Have you heard that TDE has a new artist, Reason? I shouldn't say he new because I don't know how new he is.
I never heard that name.
He's on TDE. His name is Reason. He has a new album, and why is it super dope? Like,
is he
crazy
a
dope.
Rapper?
He's a rapper. Yeah.
You know, TDE will bring all kind of stuff to
Yeah.
the table, but no, I never even heard the name.
His name is Reason, all capital letters, Reason. I think the album just came out.
Yeah, this new video
But-
talking about new signee. This is August 14th.
Yeah. The album just came out. He has a song on there, I believe it's called Thirst, but it's kind of giving you that storytelling vibe that Regulate had with Warren G and Nate Dogg. But I mean, obviously, it ain't Regulate vibe. Like, I don't know if we'll get another Regulate ever again. But it's giving you like that storytelling. I was doing this and some shit popped off kind of thing.
I
But
want to check him out. I believe in what TDE be believing in. They
yeah,
usually believe in dope artists, so
his work is pretty good. And then he reminds me a little bit of Eminem in the fact that he takes on different characters for a song sometimes too. So you get a little depth with him, which I really kind of like.
Kendrick do that too.
Yeah. Yeah. So I like this guy. You should check him out.
I will.
LMA. LMI.
Did you like her album?
I haven't heard it.
I'm interested to hear her album because I like the 2 songs I heard. I like the
Yeah,
The
I like
Booed
the
Up
new
and Trippin'.
single.
Tripping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like both of them songs. I think them both are. They showed that her pen game is pretty strong.
Yeah, I haven't actually listened to it yet. I really been craving some male R&B stuff lately, which we haven't gotten. Mario put an album out. Usher put an album out like 2 days ago.
A sneak album.
Yeah,
think I
dropped
seen
it
that.
at midnight. It's him and Zaytoven.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not what I want to hear from Usher.
Is he trying to do like
He
trap
doing that
R&B,
all.
trap
Yeah,
and
he
beat?
doing that all. I don't know.
What is he
Bryson
singing
Tiller
about? Is he
shit.
singing about dope?
It's the name of it. I think is Atlanta. I could be wrong, but it's like he's singing about all kind of stuff. He's singing about the city, money, cars, and hoes, basically.
Yeah, you get with Zaytoven. Zaytoven's probably going to give you some trap and beat. We were talking about TV shows.
Oh, yeah,
last
my bad.
podcast. Yeah, this was last podcast. I think I just forgot to mention. Did I say anything about Fresh Off the Boat last podcast?
I don't think so, but Fresh Off the Boat is a good show.
You hip?
I haven't watched it in like 2 seasons.
Fresh Off the Boat is a national treasure. Fresh Off the Boat is amazing. They just started their new season, I think like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch it. Like I haven't watched it since it first came out.
Yeah, man. Like the characters are evolving. Like it's based off, the dude, the main character is a real person. It's just based off his life. His family moved to Orlando in like 90s. I love that it's in the 90s. And they got all these
Yeah.
90s nostalgia and all these
Everything about the 90s.
90s
is great.
movies pop up and NBA players. And like, it's just dope. So, yeah, anybody on Hulu, go ahead and check out Fresh Off the Boat.
I'm gonna have to go back and binge it.
It's one of them shows that I put on. It's like The Office to me. The Office and
Yeah.
Park. Like I just put it on. It'd be my background sometimes.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on Hulu.
Okay, so not on Netflix.
Yeah.
American Horror Story.
Somebody else told me you love it. Do you love all? It's different seasons, different stories, ain't it?
Yeah, every season is different. The new season just came out. I think we 5 episodes in. I think we 5 episodes in.
You love
The
it?
thing about American Horror Story is like normally you don't have to have seen any other season to really be okay because it's a different story every season.
Right.
However, this season is like a mashup a little bit between 3 other seasons. So you got Coven on there. You got, I can't remember the name of the seasons now, but you got like 3 other seasons on there.
On this current season?
Yeah, Murder House is on there. It's like the story is like a mashup almost. So you almost need to watch those seasons to really understand or to be as geeked
So I
up
can't just
about
head-
this one.
head first dive in.
But you can. You can. I think
I don't like to jump in and people know stuff that I don't know.
more or less it's just going to be like an excitement to see these characters come back. Like,
Right.
oh, that's what's up. But like you can totally watch this story and I
How
guess
deep
not.
are they in? Like what season is this? Like 7?
This is
8?
season 8.
That's so deep.
Yeah.
It's
But that's
really
what I'm saying. You don't need to watch all of those seasons. You know what I mean? You can jump in on this one and go back. Some of the seasons I like more than others. Definitely. But this is a good season, so you should check it out.
Are you hip to CNN? Been doing shows for like 2000s and 1990s and 1980s. They've been like it's a for 2000s. Let's say in particular, they got one show that's about the music of 2000s, one about movies and TV, one about politics, one about the like electronics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And one like technology. That's the word I'm looking for. But
Oh shoot, I didn't even know.
it's very dope. It's on.
How long has it been coming out?
It's on Netflix. I forget what they have. I think Netflix got the 80s and maybe the 2000s or something like that.
Oh, I think we about to be binging tonight.
It's real informative because, you know what I mean, in the 80s one in particular, we was babies. So
Yeah.
I wasn't hip to like the details of what was going on with Reagan and you know when Bush got jumped, like it break down that just in the politics
Yeah.
section of it. But it's different sections. You can go watch the music that was cracking, and it's real dope. So
I
check
think
out
we
on
about to be
Netflix.
binging this week. I'll be looking forward to the weekend for a good binge.
I love when I got something that I want
Like,
to watch.
what day is it? Thursday?
3
What we about to watch? Yeah. Give me something that's a strong. Oh, have you watched The Session? That's
That
what
on
we currently
HBO?
watching. Yeah.
Is that about the? I think I seen the preview and it looked good as fuck.
It's only one season, but the season is over, so you can binge it if you want. We only like 4 or
It's
5
like a rich
episodes
family?
in. Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
seen
like a $1 billion company.
Right.
And the dad is the CEO, but he's supposed to be retiring. And on the day that he's supposed to retire, he basically decides to announce that he's not going to retire. And so his kids essentially start trying to figure out a way to get him out of the seat, out of the company seat. It's a good show. It's hard to explain it without telling you the detail. Yeah, without telling you the story and spoiling it. But you should definitely watch it. It's on HBO.
I seen the preview like when I was watching something else, and it definitely caught my attention. I just never got into it, so I'm definitely into that.
Just a little while, babe. And when you walk
Have you been paying attention to Katt Williams lately?
I mean, the last I've seen, I seen him get into it with Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish, and then I seen him get arrested shortly thereafter. I don't know what he got arrested for.
Yeah, he didn't even really get into it with Tiffany Haddish. He just like said some shit about her, and she was like, "Whatever, dude."
Oh, yeah, I've never seen her engage.
She
doesn't
don't engage. She take her tips from Beyonce. She take her cues from Beyonce, I guess.
She's just worried about that bag. She ain't.
Yeah.
She's strong and not getting distracted or getting into no back and forth. Tit
But
tat.
he got into it with a radio host husband too.
I heard the
Wanda
old
Smith,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, didn't old dude upstrap on him?
Supposedly chased him around a grocery store or something. Like he was running through a grocery store.
He did run circles around his wife though. He did.
Yeah, I heard he just
Embarrassed
like
the
ate her
shit out of
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shortly after that, he got arrested for missing a court appearance.
That nigga got 1,000 mug shots.
Guess why he missed the court appearance?
Why?
To go to the Emmys. The same Emmys that we saw him at recently, like talking all shit. Because I think he got an Emmy for that role he did with
episode.
Atlanta. Yeah,
Great episode.
yeah.
But, he was apologizing to her there with Tiffany. He got a picture like kissing her hand.
Well, he was supposed to go to court that day, and
That
he
nigga
did
said,
not.
I'm getting my Emmy.
I'm going to the Emmys.
I'm
I have
never getting
things to
another
do.
Emmy. I'll never been nominated.
I got court today. I don't even go. I don't even show. I got shit to do.
Damn it,
Jeezy
Cat.
line. And then after that, still, he recently got arraigned for some incident he had with his driver, over his dog.
Now, I heard about something with the driver, but what happened? I didn't hear about no details.
He was trying to I don't know how long ago this happened. Because apparently the driver was supposed to be taking him to Wildin' Out. I don't watch Wildin' Out, but I don't think Katt Williams is still on that show.
Yeah, he ain't been on there, I feel like, in a while.
Yeah, so he was supposed to be taking Katt Williams to Wildin' Out, and he had his dog with him.
The driver did?
Cat did.
Okay.
Catherine had the dog. with her.
Mad disrespect. Call you a bitch, boy.
I mean, he acted like one of the girls. That's all I'm saying. Like, but he had the dog with him. I guess the
Was
driver.
it a little lap dog?
I don't know what kind of dog.
Now, if it was a little purse dog, yeah.
The driver, must have said something to him like, not that the dog couldn't go, but just like he said something to him about the dog.
Be careful with your dog.
Yeah,
in my car.
probably like,
Don't let your
hey,
dog shit
don't
on
let
my
your
car.
dog just tear my fucking seats up or
Understandable.
pee or
Was this like
whatever.
Uber or Lyft or something?
It didn't say that. I feel like if it was Uber or Lyft, they would have said that. They said
Yeah.
it was his driver.
Okay.
And anyway, apparently there was an altercation and the driver had some minor scratches on his face. And Catherine was subpoenaed for it and had to go to court.
Assault. Sounds
Yeah.
assaultish.
Yeah.
Is it a
assault.
difference if it's like, if it's not Uber or Lyft or if this is your driver, do they need to just shut the fuck up? If this is my driver?
I think it depends on if it's your driver, like that you have on the books, on payroll, and if it's a driver that you use a lot. You know what I mean? Because companies like when I go to New York, I know a guy who has a car company, so I'll call him. That's his company, but he has regular runs that he make, like his people that use him quite a bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
So it's a difference.
so
in
it's
that,
a
and
difference
if you're
than
my
me
driver.
like putting a driver on my payroll and saying you my driver.
Right.
Then in that case, I think you need to be quiet, sir. I think you need to close your mouth.
Where's the
But
partition?
yeah, I think in that case you need to close your mouth. But in the case of this, like being just like a driver that he used, I think he had a right to kind of be like, yo.
See, because I look at it like if it's Uber or Lyft, that's my car. I can say whatever I want. You in my car. If I got rules, so be it. But if it's his driver, yeah, it is a separation on that too. So I think I agree with what you said.
Yeah. Is Birdman trying to kill Lil Wayne?
Yes. Yes.
Enough said.
You seen all
Moving
that
on.
shit on the way? Yeah. Now, I don't know if he currently tried to kill him.
He
At
was.
some point. They was trying to kill Lil Wayne, bro. He must owe him a lot of money.
He
"You
must
know
owe
what?
him a fuck ton of money.
I know how to fix that.
Yeah.
He gonna be here.
Yikes.
What you call it? Yo Gotti, just real quick, Yo Gotti was beefing with Young Dolph, and somebody on Yo Gotti, like right-hand man, or one of his man, don't let me get the line, but somebody on Yo Gotti's team is currently, he finna do like 10. I think he been sentenced to 10, because it was a shooting
What?
at Young Dolph, I forget what, it was in Charlotte. I don't know the details, but somebody on Yo Gotti's team was shooting at Young Dolph not too long ago, and now they've admitted to it, and they've been sentenced to like 10. Give or take.
Oh.
So yeah, niggas is bringing violence back to hip hop.
I mean, my God, like, to the extent, because didn't Suge Knight just go to jail for murder too?
Oh yeah.
But I'm like,
He ran somebody
Birdman,
over on
you
camera
kissed that man on the mouth and now you trying to kill him?
and trying to do it.
It
like,
be the motherfuckers you roll with.
the nigga
I'm
was
trying to
kissing
tell
the
you.
motherfucking mouth.
Right in the mouth. Yeah, that kind of, I just wanted to ask you. I felt like you would know.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Just from all the evidence I've seen, it's Birdman. Shit. For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Him and Young Thug.
Wait, he was trying to kill Young Thug too?
Young Thug is the new Lil Wayne. In Birdman's eyes, that's his new star.
Interesting.
Like, they don't have comparable skill sets. But Young Thug is that Wayne that was drugged up. and was doing all the auto tune and singing and playing around. Like, that's Young Thug. Young Thug took that and mastered that. He's not the lyrical Lil Wayne. He's the Lil Wayne that was on lean and like.
That's interesting. I can actually see that comparison.
Yeah, he took that style
I
when
see
Wayne
that.
was on that different style, and like he's that now. So that's Birdman's man. And you know, Young Thug, although he does a lot of sweet shit and wear dresses and shit, is a goon.
That's what I hear.
Semi-certified.
Like, I hear that motherfucker don't play.
He don't like to talk. He don't like to do interviews. He don't like to get no real information. And I think it's because he's completely with the shits. That's what I think it's with.
He might be. I don't hate Young Thug.
I don't hate Young Thug.
Yeah.
I don't like all of his music, and I don't
I don't think he make it
nobody.
for us, though.
Nah, it ain't.
Yeah.
I like some of his music. Some of his music is hot.
Agreed.
But yeah, he's a different kind of guy. Wearing the dresses and shit, like all the shit he was doing suspect. I think he was just doing shit on purpose for attention.
I mean, Jaden Smith wear dresses all the time.
Can't understand it.
I mean,
Can't really get around it.
I feel like whatever makes you happy. I mean,
it don't ultimately affect me.
Yeah.
So anything that doesn't ultimately affect me, I'm not going to change my day.
I feel like at least make it a cute dress.
That don't
like,
matter to me.
It's not even. It's like somebody house dress. Like, you know, your grandma used to have a house dress.
My aunt in Tennessee used to wear a house dress.
Yo, listen, in my 30s, I live for a good house dress. Good moo-moo. I can't wait to get home to put my moo-moo on.
Hey, I know
Just
people
relax.
wear moo-moos. I'm not going to call out.
Yo, house dress.
Yeah, my Aunt Boosie, R.I.P., she used to wear house dresses.
My grandma used to love a good house dress. I think she wore a house dress probably 3 days out the week. She ain't going nowhere. It's a house dress.
I'm pretty sure my grandma just went to saw today. If I'm not mistaken, she might have had a house dress on.
Probably
now
so.
that I think about it.
I feel like my mom is starting to get to that point. So it's interesting to like just see my mom like age, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, is that a house dress?
You damn right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it. My mama is like a true grandma. Like, you know how your grandma was?
Yeah.
And you be like, ugh, I just miss my grandma. Like, my nephew got a for real grandma. Like, she gonna ride for him. She gonna, whatever she gotta do to make sure he happy.
I feel bad for
she
the
gonna
kids
do that.
who didn't have a real, you know, the kids who had like still trying to kick it.
Yeah,
grandma.
like a grandma that was too young to be that grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, my mama was, she where she's supposed to be, you feel me?
Me and my cousins we had a granny. She was like ready for that. She was already in her pocket to be a granny.
Yeah. And my grandma retired, you know, when I was still young enough to enjoy having her around all the time. So it was like, you know, I had a for real, like, grandma. She wasn't, like, warm. I didn't have one of them grandmas. I didn't have one of them soft cookie and you making me, and she wasn't that. My grandma would cuss me out. Mm-hmm. She was that kind of warm. Like, you know, but whatever I needed, I had it.
I had two different grandmas. Like, my father's mother, she was the more cold one. She more so, you know, she'd break bread, get money, but she more so, like, she's the one that'll kick you out. She the one when you go visit that'll be like, all right, the show about to come on. Thanks for coming. See that one. And then my mom's mom, I can't necessarily say she was super, super warm, but she's pretty warm.
Yeah, I mean, my grandma was welcoming. She just wasn't like, I'm in the house baking cookies all day.
And my colder grandma, she was happy to see you, and she would appreciate and she would remember your visits, but she just brutally honest. And if you come like while I show on commercial, she'll go ahead and give you about 10 minutes, but I was watching the show before you got here.
Yeah.
I don't got no DVI.
Right.
I gotta
If
watch
you
my
gonna
show.
sit here, you can sit here, but I'm
Don't
not
have
gonna
to
talk
shut
to you
up.
till the show go off. Like,
Like, all right, Grandma, I love you.
I got something to eat in the kitchen. Why don't you make yourself at home while I finish
She
this?
was that. But she was so brutally honest.
Yeah, my grandma was just cool. Like, she was one of those cool people. There was nothing that I couldn't tell her. She never was surprised by nothing. You know how sometimes you tell people like something you did or, you know, a situation you got yourself in and they kind of look at you like, what the fuck? How you do that?
Right.
Like, oh my God. My grandma was never that. She was like, yep.
Just
yeah.
listen.
Yeah. Did that too. All right. So what we gonna do?
See, my one colder grandma, she impressed me with her memory. Because even though she was older, this was something she was recalling from maybe like 15 years ago. But she was able to describe like the plate. She was on a boat somewhere. She was on a cruise. She was able to describe the plate she had on this particular night and where everything on the plate was, type of shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like, that blew my mind for her to just break it down like that. Like, I got a memory. My memory's like that sometimes about certain shit.
Mine too. Normally about petty stuff.
I remember details sporadically. Sometimes I don't remember no details.
I remember stuff that I make a mental note to remember because I'm going to bring it back up on you later.
So you okay. I get where you going now.
Like, oh, I know because I remember exactly what you said. I remember how
you knew you
said
was gonna need to know
right,
that.
because I knew I was going to have to pop that back out, you know, at some point.
I usually remember details of fun times or just stuff that shocked.
You heard Bert and Ernie finally got outed.
Yes.
Hating ass Mark Saltzman. You
Who
don't
was he,
out
the
another
creator?
mother. He was the creator.
What
But how
made
you
him
gonna
do
out Bert and Ernie? Like, we all knew that. We didn't need you to tell us
it? Is he
that.
still writing? Like, is it New
I don't
Sesame
know.
Streets?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because we watch it at home, like it's on Hulu
I
and
feel like I
stuff,
seen
but
an
I don't know
episode
if
with
it's
like
no new.
Young Thug on it or something like that. Somebody knew was on there.
I know, like, do you remember it from when we were younger? Do you remember, like, the people in the neighborhood?
Yeah.
I think Maria, I feel like I was watching with my son, and I seen Maria looking old as ever.
Damn.
Like, Maria and the black man, Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they on their age. And, like, I wonder what kind of money are they worth.
Hella.
Maria from Sesame
I would
Street's
keep
net
working
worth.
too, because that ain't even, you ain't even really doing nothing.
Nah, you there counting. You over there doing your ABCs and counting.
But yeah, the creator of Bert and Ernie felt like he needed to come out and confirm what we all already knew.
Why?
You know what I mean? Like, you didn't need to tell us that.
Maria has a net worth of $600,000. Born in the 50s, so she about 68. I mean, that's not bad to...
Net worth can be deceptive too, though, because that's like your income plus, you know what I mean? Like, that's net what you owe.
Yeah, because Tiffany Haddish came out, they told her, well, I guess what her net worth was. She said, I ain't seen that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like, there was something recently saying that stuff might not be very accurate, yeah.
Well, maybe I need to stop letting that be my go-to, because that's always what I go do. It's
Me
Google
too.
net worth.
It's always nice when I see somebody like they net worth like $12,000. Like, oh, me too. If that.
Did you see, also, we talked about Katt Williams, and you know, Kevin Hart and Mike Epps, they both were involved too. I saw Mike Epps on the Breakfast Club, and it made me go look up the net worth, because I'm like, man, why they... It got to be a big discrepancy in their net worth for, you know, because the way it's being portrayed was like they just hating on Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
I went and looked up Kevin shit, 120.
$1 million bagillion dollars.
120.
120.
120 million.
Okay.
And like Mike Epps was like 6, and Katt Williams was like 8. So just from watching Mike Epps, the way he was talking, he was more so on the we're all equal. Don't look down your nose at me because
Yeah.
you got money type thing. So that's what made me wonder, like, damn, what's the amounts?
Yeah. Kevin Hart must be out here being a fuck boy. Because it's a lot of people hating. Like, I ain't even gonna say hating. It's a lot of people that got stuff to say about him. And I feel like whenever it's a bunch of people, you doing something. to cause that. And then I feel like people hating on Tiffany Haddish because she rolled with Kevin Hart. Like Kevin Hart kind of put her on. So I feel like she's just getting caught in the crossfire.
I think it's more just because she exploded. And I mean, she did what you're supposed to do, bro. She took a role, and she popped in the movie.
She did it. Like she made it her own.
She starred. She was the reason. Everybody did a decent job, but she was the star of that movie.
I want to see her with a little more depth. We had went to see a movie recently, Night School. We went to see Night School.
I had a feeling that would be kind of shallow.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a comedy. You feel me? But I feel like it's good to do that sometimes too.
Did you enjoy it at least?
I was entertained by it, sure.
Was you mad? Like,
I was entertained. No, because I kind of knew, you know, what it was gonna be. It wasn't gonna be. It wasn't gonna make sense. It wasn't gonna. You know what I mean? Like it's a comedy. But you know how they show previews of other stuff that people gonna be in normally before the show and stuff. And she got another show coming out. I think it's another movie coming out. That's the Tyler Perry movie. Yeah, and it's like I don't want her to get typecast into being that person.
The one from the Tyler Perry?
Yeah, like I want you to not be the goofy ass black woman in every movie. You know what I mean? I guess the other part of that though is like, get your bag. I'm really not in the business of telling people not to get their bag. So if you got it, if that's how you gonna get it, then get it, because I might do the same thing. Get it. That's cool. Maybe I hope though that eventually we see some depth from her. I would like to see that. Maybe she'll have
the desire to like, man, I want to really act.
Yeah.
I want to do one of them roles to get out this box. But that's gonna really have to come from her. Just desire, because they probably gonna keep feeding her them roles as long as she'll take them.
Yeah, probably so. And that's why I'm like, I get it. Like, get your money where you want it, and then, because with money is freedom. A lot of times, like when you, like we was talking about earlier, like when you got a certain amount of liberty as it relates to your finances, then you can say what work you ain't gonna do and what you will do. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not hating on her at all. Like, I'm proud of her. I love what I see.
Right.
But I want to see her stretch out a little bit.
Kevin Hart, like, the way the other comedians be talking about him saying he not funny, like, I think Kevin Hart is funny. I think he's a bit of a clown. Yeah,
he like class clown funny.
Yeah. I mean, but I see he work hard and his business infrastructure's all the way together. That's why because he like produce for people. He do people stand-up specials. He got like I don't know if he got a network, but he got like a comedy channel. I know it's on YouTube at least. And there's a lot of money to be made from YouTube if you got people coming through.
Agreed.
Subscribing. He put people on too. Like he had a hand in Lil Rel, who I'm a big fan of.
I've been meaning to watch that show.
The show, man, I don't know.
No?
It's all right.
Okay.
It's probably like 3 episodes deep. Like, I'm hoping for growth. But he got like the one girl, Jess Hilarious. She acting in it. She's not that good an actress.
Okay.
So it's really just him giving her an opportunity. I see, like, he must like her and think she's funny and want her to, just give her her first opportunity.
Right.
But she can't really act.
Not a good actress. Okay.
Sinbad's in it. I don't know. I'm gonna keep giving it a chance because I like Rel, but ain't like they just blew me out the water the first episode.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know. I might hold off on watching it then.
Have you seen his stand up?
I've not.
Yeah, that's something I would say. Watch that if it's still on Netflix.
I've been checking out some of the stand ups on Netflix. It's been some good stuff on there.
Yeah, Lil Rel's is one of my favorites. Just
Okay.
because he's from Chicago and he like a relatable type of nigga.
Okay. I didn't even know he was from Chicago.
Yeah. He talking real Midwestish. Like, I think you'll like it. You should definitely find some time for that.
I probably will soon. What else you got Pharrell playing the Grinch in the new Grinch movie.
I didn't know that.
No. Excuse me, not playing the Grinch, narrating the story. Pharrell is going to be the narrator for
Will
the
Smith
new
is
Grinch.
going to be the motherfucking genie in Aladdin.
Really?
Yes.
I could totally see that though.
That's going to be awesome.
That is. Will Smith is everything. He like,
Them some big shoes to fill. I also said that when I heard it because Robin Williams
yeah,
killed the fucking genie.
big shoes to fill.
He murdered the genie role.
Yeah, I love a good musical, so I'm just excited about the music from it.
Yeah, that was some good music. Like, I wonder who's going to be the rest of the cast. Because if they do that casting right for that Aladdin, that could be super.
Oh, yeah, that could
dope.
be huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Got to get a fine ass Jasmine.
Yeah.
If they put it together right, man, if they got Will Smith, you're going to be able to pull other star power. So,
Yeah.
I'll
So
definitely have my eye out for that.
we got some things to look forward to. I think Christmas, we going to see some. That's when normally all that good stuff start coming out.
I can't wait till I can start taking my son to the movies. And, he'll sit and watch.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that. Just so I can watch shit that I probably aged out on. Just so I can have a reason.
Wait, I know you heard this shark song. Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do
What
do.
was the shark? No.
What?
I haven't heard that.
All right. So
Is that a cartoon?
it's like a phenomenon right now.
Just a song?
Daddy shark do 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 do. There's a dance and everything.
Is this from a TV show or is this just a song?
It's a song.
Was it
I think
Kids
it
Love
might
or
be
something?
from a TV show. Actually, I'm not sure, but it's a kid song.
You said Baby Shark or Daddy Shark?
I think it's just a shark song. I'm not sure, but
gonna look it
it's
up.
like they do these motions. So like the baby shark is like baby shark, doo, 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 and then the daddy is like a big one,
Okay.
and then the grandma is like this because she ain't got no teeth. It's like you gotta check it out. It's a
I'm gonna run it by
phenomenon.
my son because he's my test.
Yeah, he gonna be all into it. Like he
all
gonna be
into
like,
it.
oh, what is
I'm gonna
this?
crack up and I'm gonna let you know. I'll let you know if he loves it.
Please look it up. Definitely. All right.
Hustle, pray, repeat.
Episode number 3.
In the books.
Find us on.
Man, you gotta put this in the front.
I know. Find us on the internets. HustlePrayRepeat.com. If you go there, you'll find us on everything else. But we on SoundCloud, iTunes. I'm sorry, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio now. Finally, Google Play. We on YouTube for
All
people
over that
who don't do podcasts, don't know what that is, whatever the case may be.
On the YouTube.
We're on these tubes of you, Stitcher, but most importantly, if you just go to hustlepray.repeat.com, you will find us.
Subscribe, please.
Subscribe, hit like, leave a
unsubscribe,
comment.
and resubscribe. Like and comment.
Be looking out for some Hustle, Pray, Repeat
Send some questions.
paraphernalia.
We'll talk about whatever.
Yeah.
Just interact.
Interact with us so we don't feel like we're talking to ourselves. It says we talk to ourselves. All right, we out.
What's that?